Good evening, Town Council and County Board members. My name is Adam Newsom, and I am the Assistant Chief of the Middlesex Fire Department. I would like to thank the Town Council and the County Board for giving me the opportunity to present this community risk reduction plan that the Fire Department has come up with via video with the virus pandemic still going on along with social distancing. This video is to educate the board members and see if there's a chance that the fire department can get help with the funding for this project if needed. Our project, as we have named it, Stop Kitchen Fires, has become our main goal as a fire department because of the rise in the kitchen fires that we have seen over the last couple of years. We sat down as a fire department board and came up with a committee that consists of one board member, being myself, 3 firefighters from the department, and 3 community members to get an outside view of what the risk in this community really was. After looking through all our call reports and speaking to community members, different leaders, and members of the businesses, we have come up with kitchen fires is one of our biggest risks in our community. Mainly kitchen fires in our assisted living facilities were our biggest problems over the last couple of years. We protect an older community here in Middlesex, and we would like for them to feel as safe as possible as they go through their day-to-day lives. We have done our research, and we have found a device from Fire Advert that plugs into the wall, and then the stove actually plugs into the device. The device sort of looks like this. It's small, 3-prong, plugs right into the back of behind the stove itself. Once the stove is plugged into the device, it is controlled by a smoke detector activation. Once the smoke detector activates, the device activates itself and cuts the power from the outlet that it's plugged into to the stove where it's plugged into the device. Once the device cuts the power, the heat source on the stove is automatically turned off to stop the heat source and the spread of fire from that heat source. We think that this device is the best way to save our residents of this facility and slow down the amount of kitchen fires in these places. We have 2 larger assisted living facilities in our community. Each with when full occupancy, they have about 30 to 40 residents, and majority of them still use the stove, live on their own, cook. So this device would help those individuals if they forget their cooking and leave the room to go talk to their neighbor or go to the community room and interact with the other people. Or if they end up starting the stove and going to the bathroom, have a medical emergency, fall, stove's left on, they can't get back to it. The device itself, once the smoke detector has a little bit of smoke in it, will activate and turn off the power of that stove, which should cut the heat source and slow the fire spread down in time for the fire department to actually get on scene. We're going to have to go about this in stages. Our first stage was doing the research, finding out what our biggest community risk was, which we have delegated as the kitchen fires. The second stage or phase that we had to address was getting the facilities on board for us coming in, teaching them how the device works, installing device, and mainly talking about the financial piece of it, which was their main concern. Other than the resident safety was always their top priority, but they're a business, so with businesses you have to worry about the financial side of things. We have talked to both of our facilities, and they seem to be on board with the idea. It's just the cost of the device. The device that we have is around $150 for each device, and there's around 30 to 40 residents in each facility that would need one. or a room that would need one. We as a fire department are going to put in for a grant to see if we can help with the funding of this device so that the facilities don't have to fork out money, being this is our project and we want to keep our community safe. Whatever's left over from the grant, if we get approved, if there's any money left over that we still have to pay, we're going to do a fundraiser at the fire station. Sell chicken plates, raffles, get the community involved, because this is a community effort. We've already talked to the fire marshal's office and are willing to provide new smoke detectors to each facility that has a device installed. Once all the funding is in, we're going to order the devices, and once they come in, the fire department themselves are going to install and test the device. Our goal is to get these devices to all residents in our community in the long run, but we felt like we needed to start with the assisted living facilities because that's where our biggest kitchen fire load was at the time. We would like to ask the boards to think about helping with funding if all possible. This is a good way to show the community that we care about their safety and want them to continue to live on their own and cook and still have that independent lifestyle. We feel this project is a good way to give back to the community and educate the community about fire safety. With all that being said, I want to thank you again for your time and allowing myself to send you this video on behalf of the committee and the Middlesex Fire Department. In the midst of this pandemic and still social distancing, it's hard to get in the same room with everyone to have a big presentation type meeting. But this video, I'm hoping will get to everybody, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.